was shining. I was laying in bed, wondering if she changed at all, if her hair was still red. Her folks said our lives together sure was gonna be rough. They never did like Mama's homemade dress. Papa's banquet wasn't big enough. I was standing on the side of the road, rain falling on my shoes, heading out for the East Coast. Lord knows I've paid some blues getting through. Tangled up in blue. She was married when we first met, soon to be divorced. I helped her out of a jam, I guess, but I used a little too much force. We drove that car as far as we could, abandoning it out west, splitting up on a dark, sad night, both agreeing it was best. She turned around to look at me as I was walking away. I heard her say over her shoulder, we'll meet again someday on the avenue. Tangled up in blue. I had a job in the great North Woods, working as a cook for a spell, but I never did like it all that much, and one day the axe just fell. So I drifted down to New Orleans, where I was lucky to be employed, working for a while on a fishing boat outside of Delacroix. But all the while I was alone, the past was closed behind. I seen a lot of women, but she never escaped my mind, and I just grew tangled up in blue. She was working in a topless place, and I stopped in for a beer. I just kept looking at the side of her face, at the spotlight so clear. Later on, when the crowd thinned out, I was just about to do the same. She was standing there at the back of my chair and said, "Don't I know your name?" I muttered something underneath my breath. She studied the lines in my face. I must admit, I felt a little uneasy when she bent down to tie the laces of my shoe. Tangled up in blue. She lit a burner on the stove and offered me a pipe. I thought you'd never say hello, she said. You look like the silent type. Then she opened up a book of poems, handed it to me, written by an Italian poet from the 13th century. And every one of the words rang true and glowed like a burning coal, pouring off of every page like it was written in my soul from me to you. Tangled up in blue. Stairs. Music in the cafes at night and revolution in the air. Then he started dealing slaves and something had to die. She had to sell everything she owned and froze up inside. When the bottom finally fell out, I became withdrawn. Only thing I knew how to do was to keep on keeping on like a bird that flew. Tangled up in blue. So now I'm going on back again. I got to get to her somehow. All the people I used to know, they're an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians, some are carpenters' wives. I don't know how they all got started. I don't know what they do with their lives. Yeah, I'm still on the road, heading for another joint. We always felt the same, we just saw it from a different point.